Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I'll be showing you guys how to paint this dramatic sort of sunset sky. For this I'll be using my Arteza watercolor sketchbook and my Master's Touch acrylics, and the rest of the supplies are also going to be listed in the description below. I'm going to be using one of my own pictures as a reference. I took this photo outside of my house and I think it looks really pretty, so I'm just going to be painting this. Starting with the sky, I'm going to use the gray purple color and put that towards the top. I'm just going to keep adding titanium white to this gray purple and just bring that down towards the middle, where the middle will be the brightest with the most amount of white. Blending with acrylics can be quite difficult sometimes, but I think it really helps to use a lot of paint on your brush when you're blending, and also just try to put a little bit of water on your brush as well. Oftentimes you're not going to get a perfect blend the first time, so it really helps to just go over it again a second time. And that's what I'll be doing for this painting as well. After I'm done blending the colors for the first layer, I'm going to do a second layer just to have a more smoother blend. Now I'm using some of the yellow deep color and mixing that in with the white. Since I want it to be a more brighter yellow towards the bottom, I'm just going to keep adding more and more yellow deep into the white. And then towards the very bottom, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the vermilion color, and I'm just going to mix that into the yellow paint. Now after this layer of paint is completely dried, I'm going to go in with the same colors and just do a second layer of the blend, just to have it be more smooth. And this time I'm going to start blending the colors from the bottom up, just because I feel like the blend is probably a bit more worse towards the bottom, and I'm quite satisfied with how it looks towards the top. After the paint has completely dried, I'm going to go in and make some clouds. For the color of the clouds, I've mixed the gray purple color with the vermilion color, and then I've added some white to that. And I've used more of the gray purple and just a little bit of the vermilion to get that sort of light purple color. I'm using a small filbert shaped brush for the clouds here and just tapping in a circular motion to get that cloud shape. The way that I paint my clouds, I have multiple layers of paint, and in each new layer I change the shade of the paint that I have, mostly by adding a little bit of white. I'm also making all sorts of sizes for the clouds, not just big ones, but also a few of the smaller ones as well. Now for the second layer, as I said, I'm just going to add some white into the paint mixture that I had before. And using the same technique as before, I'm just going to add this paint towards the bottom of these clouds. Since the light is shining on the clouds from the bottom, the clouds will be lighter and more brighter towards the bottom part. When I'm adding this new color, I'm just going to leave some of the previous color at the top. To add that like orangish glow to the clouds, I'm going to use my vermilion paint and add some white to it. Then I'm just going to add that paint towards the bottom again, leaving some of the previous shade at the top. Just like I did before with the gray purple, I'm going to add some more white to the vermilion and add a last layer of paint to my clouds. Even though you can't really see houses that clearly in the reference, I'm just going to add a couple of houses at the bottom of my painting. For this, I'm going to use the neutral gray color. I'm just going to add some details to the houses using Payne's Gray. I'm also adding a couple of windows here and there on the houses. Just to have it look a bit more realistic, I'm going to add a sort of brick effect to the roofs. I'm going to use a mixture of the gray purple and neutral gray. Now that I'm satisfied with how the houses look, I'm going to go in with my Payne's gray and make some trees. I don't want to make as many trees as there are in the reference, as I feel like that just clutters the scene a bit. So I'm just going to add a couple of big ones and then a few smaller ones. Lastly, I'm just going to add a couple of birds. They're very far in the distance, so that's why they're going to be very small. Even though in the end the sky at the top is kind of blank, but I really do like how open it looks, so I'm just going to leave it that way and not add anything at the top. And that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Do give it a like if you did, and leave any comment below, any suggestions that you have for future videos or any questions at all. And I will see you guys in my next video.